guys, I'm Lindiwe Mabizela from Signature Room. Welcome once again to another lovely styled home of ours. This one is at the Hartbeespoort Dam in one of its lovely estates. Now this home is a modern farm style home. Let's see what take we've done on a modern farm style feature. Come with me. This is our modern take on a country farm style design. So when we started this home, we actually started off plan actually when the client came to me. She came with an architectural plan and a vision as well. So just a little bit about my client. She's almost at retirement age, so this is going to be sort of her forever home. We needed to think about putting in timeless elements, things that are going to last her a lifetime as well. We also needed to consider the space being conducive as well for her grandkids as well, that she likes to have over during the holidays. Materials that are going to stand the test of time, but still not running away from the lighter colors to add the softer feels and textures into the home as well. So right now I'm standing in the kitchen. What I love about this space is that it's a double volume space, and I love how a double volume space adds so much height and depth into a room. Looking into this kitchen, we've decided to go for an ivory color for the kitchen, using a grayish stone for it with nice marble veinings on it as well. We did the shaker doors on the kitchens, which is always traditional with the farm style kitchens. So we modernized and gave this kitchen a little bit of a twist and character, using the slats underneath the island and taking it a bit further down, using the lower chairs, we did leather lower chairs on here because as I said in the beginning, she is of almost pension age. You don't want to be getting up on high bar stools. You want everything to be as practical as possible. Hence we went for these modern lovely top chairs for her kitchen space. We've added some glass finishes into this kitchen as well, with the nice LED inlays into the open cabinets where she could display all her glass ornaments, and whatever it is that she'd like to display with the open units, not forgetting the lighting inside of the cabinet where she can have her cookbooks right close to her as she cooks in her lovely kitchen, where we've put in a lovely glass smack stove with a downdraft extractor fan. We have a double volume ceiling, so we had to go to this particular design to be practical, and I love how it worked out. This solution actually gave us a good opportunity to actually have a nice pendant light, modern pendant light, hanging over the kitchen island as well. If there's one thing that I really want to talk about is the flooring. How nice is this herringbone finish? Oh, I'm so glad this client agreed to it. A lot of clients don't wanna use the wood look flooring. I don't know why. A lot of clients like to go with trends, and then they want these big tiles with the color cutter finish and stuff. But it doesn't stand the test of time. So with this particular flooring, it's something that she is going to have forever. I love the warmth it brings. I love the pattern it has created on this floor. Now it makes this floor go a bit wider as well. So there's a nice, pattern play on the flooring. Now let's talk about the dining area. This is a small dining area that the client had requested. She actually wanted a 6-seater dining area for herself because, she just lives by herself. So what would she be doing with an 8-10-seater? So she wanted it to be practical for her as well. So we went for, basic neutral colors, but we played with the textures of the fabrics as well, just to add a little drama to the simple this chair design that we have chosen. And then we just went for a fabric that is textured for the back of the chair, piped it with a nice bronze vinyl, finished it off with a beige velvet in the inside of the chair. And adding to that, just to bring up the colors of the chairs as well, to the dark finished woods as well for the dining table, and the bronze color legs with this nice geometric design for it at the bottom. One thing I like about this dining table is actually at the center of where the double volume takes place, especially with the lighting effect, the natural lighting effect that comes in, So the windows go right up to the ceiling. You've got the view of the pool, and you've got the view of the panel finishes as well, of the exterior panel finishes of the house. So with that, we just drew inspiration to have this chain light in here. So this light is a little bit dramatic, but it's got a vintage charm to it. So every time you just look at it, it just gives off this glamorous vibe into the home, and it does it so effortlessly and so tastefully, bringing the holistic charm into the whole dining area. This is the living space of the home, from the open plan finish, you could see through from the kitchen, the communication lines are still quite open from somebody who's sitting here, watching the TV, communicating with somebody who is there by the kitchen. But the coziness, and the simpleness of this lounge is amazing, So what you're seeing here behind me is the fireplace. This is where the fireplace is, and we've used like a gray and black slab, just to finish off that fireplace detail. As you enter the home, it also stands out as a focal point to it. And then we've added the 2 occasional chairs. They are just so cute, and we've used the dark egg blue as one of the colors that we are going to be using to accent in this home. We wanted a nice, soft, sophisticated color that is going to, that's going to be the accent color that's going to break the neutralness of the home. This is where we've brought in other colors, and other elements to bring more and more character into the farm style home. So we've combined the colors with different patterns on the scatter cushions as well, just to represent the farm style aesthetic into the home, and introduce it into a nice soft feel, just like the carpet that we've used. We've used like a Persian carpet with touches of dark egg blue, touches of green, touches of yellow and pink into it. So this carpet actually dramatizes the whole space as well, but in a very, very stylish manner. So the TV unit, it's quite modern. This is a well representation of how 2 distinct design styles can be integrated together and can work together in one space. We've used an L-shaped leather couch with a light colored leather finish on it, just to tie in with the rest of the color scheme of the space, the color scheme of the space being it's the neutral colors, and then we just accented it with the yellows and the greens and the dark eggs. The gold brass elements of the coffee table and the side table bring in that nice vintage charm into the home, because on the coffee table there is some elements of mirror and glass finishes on it. So what we've put on, or whatever we put on the table, gets to be seen at the bottom because the mirror is there. It's just such a clever design of a coffee table, and it's nice and big. It's very practical for the space. This is the patio space of the farm style home. So in this space, we've decided to take it a notch higher and decided to do a French inspired patio finish for the home. I know this style is something that is timeless and will last forever. So in the space, this is the space where my client is going to relax, read a book, have some coffee. This is her space to relax and reflect, looking over her pool as well, watching her grandchildren play in the pool, come here for a bride. So it's a very high functioning space. Hence we used the colors that we used for the spaces. The briding can be done on the countertops. We've used a white granite, just for the practicality of the space, that whenever they are briding, then everything gets to be done within this space. You can imagine her sitting with her family, chatting over a Christmas dinner, Christmas lunch, or an event. Maybe they're having a home, a get together, they sit on the space, and this is where they're gonna be brying. So in this outdoor space, we've also used high-performing outdoor finish fabrics as well. Like on the sofa that I'm sitting on, we've used navy blue outdoor fabric, and we've accessorized it with lovely patterned scatter cushions, which we've got a lovely detailed design of different patterns of floral detail on them. We've taken that floral detail as well onto the accessories, the blue accessories that we've got in the space. The functionality of the space, which is high performing, we've got the shelving that is underneath the bride area, where she can keep all her cookery and pots and all of her a plate that she wants to use for the space, than to go back and forth into the kitchen. So she'll have all the functioning dishes that she wants to use for this particular space. We've made a little sink there. So it's a very high functioning social space. Actually, it's one of my favorite spaces that I've designed for this particular home. Before I love you and leave you, I just want to share with you some design tips, especially if you are starting a project, a new project, or you want to renovate. These are the mistakes that I see with clients that come in, with having made some serious mistakes, with their building project. It is very important to bring in a designer, a professional, as soon as you can in your project. Ideally, you need to bring in a designer at architectural phase. When you're bringing in a professional in the early stages, we are avoiding mistakes for functionality mistakes where plugs need to be, and then there's no provision for plugs, there's no provision for other functional systems that need to be in place, and then you get a lot of afterthoughts into your design. It is very, very costly and hard to now. We've brought in a designer and they've already closed in the gaps for the electrical fittings. There's a lot of technical things that have already been done. Now to go back, it means it costs for you to go back, to go and do that. Sometimes it's not possible in terms of where slab finishes have been put in and you had wanted a dining light over your dining table, but you cannot have that anymore because now the slab has been poured and that provision has not been done. It just takes the load off a bit as well when somebody who understands your vision is there in the very critical phases of your project as well. So it takes away a whole lot of anxiety on your part as well. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Until next time, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you to the new subscribers that we have had right now. Thank you so much for the wonderful views. Please also don't forget to follow us on our social platforms for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as well. Until next time, bye guys, and here's to more fabulous home designs.